say those words as the Brewers down 3-0 here in the NLCS to the defending champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Hopefully everybody's settling in this evening, getting ready to watch the Brewers. This is about as important of a game as you could, ask for. You got to try to avoid a sweep. And, Pat Murphy talked about there's no, I guess you could call it, credibility in just winning one. There's nothing honorable about just winning one or just winning two. You have to be able to fight your way back in, and you have to be able to at least try to win this series. Not that they haven't been trying already. From the outside eye, it really looks like the Dodgers have been the better team through every single facet of this game, and they truly have. The starting pitching has been better. They haven't had to go to the bullpen. Their situational hitting has been better, and that's the thing that separates the Dodgers from other teams in October. The Brewers, they are the best team in baseball, at least in the regular season. They've had trouble since beginning to get back to the postseason. Look, there's Pat Murphy behind me, the manager of the Brewers. He talked a lot about this team and being able to arrive in the big moments. One thing that he actually said this evening is that he talked to Joe Torre, a former World Series champion manager of the New York Yankees, who was on the other side of the field from the Red Sox back in 2004 when Boston came back from being down 3-0. He talked to Joe Torre because there's humility in that. Is a guy that did not experience the win, but he was able to see it from the other side and then eventually understand what it took for the Red Sox and what went wrong for his team in the New York Yankees to give that series away to the eventual World Series champion at Boston Red Sox. So obviously it has been done. It hasn't been done for 25 years, but Pat Murphy really stressed the importance of that conversation that he had with Joe Torre. Some important notes for tonight. Jose Quintana will be the starter tonight. Hopefully he gets to go, 5, maybe 6 innings or more. The Brewers desperately need help from their starting pitching, and they don't really have much of it because Freddie Peralta has been their ace. He's been their only real catalyst for anything of success on the starting or in the starting pitching role. They've had to go to the bullpen a lot. The bulk guys, as they call it, in Jacob Mizorowski and Jose Quintana. Miz with 5 innings yesterday out of the bullpen, 9 strikeouts, so he will not be available for today. Last night, Pat Murphy said in a perfect world, the way it lines up is that Miz will be ready to go for Game 7, which leads me to believe and leads the rest of us to believe that if there is a 4, 5, and 6, you might not see him at all as he wouldn't be able to throw until Game 7. Jose Quintana, again, on the bump. He's only made 1 start or 1 appearance really in this postseason. 3 innings, no runs, 2 strikeouts. Really important for him to get something going and to keep the Brewers in it close, not giving up any runs to the Dodgers early on it. On the other side of things, the Dodgers have Shohei Ohtani, who is widely regarded as one of, if not the best players in baseball. And the reason is because he can hit, he can pitch. And that's what he's going to do tonight. He has not made a postseason pitching appearance yet here in 2025. This will be his first. He is very good. You know what he brings to the table with everything in his arsenal on the mound. He's got a number of different pitches. The way he disguises it, he is very detail-oriented as a pitcher. And he's going to do his research, and he's going to try and face these Brewers hitters. He's got a lot of stuff in his back pocket, too, because all you have to do is go back in time, and you have to ask Blake Snell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow, the 3 pitchers for the Dodgers who have all gone 5+ or close to 6 even with Tyler Glasnow yesterday in Game 3. He can ask those guys for advice. Okay, what did these guys do? How did they try and fight off pitches? What were they not biting at? What were they biting at? And that's something that Shohei Ohtani is going to use to his advantage. It's bound to happen. He is a great pitcher, and there's nothing stopping him or the Dodgers at this very moment with the way the Brewers are hitting from advancing in just 4 games here in the NLCS and making it look easy. The Brewers hitting staff has not done their job job. 4 extra base hits, 9 total hits through 3 games. It's not conducive to winning. It's not a recipe for success. And the Brewers have to be able to use that situational hitting that they used all throughout the regular season. They were one of, if not the best teams in the regular season in just getting on base and making pitchers work. They have not showed that. Even against the Cubs in games 3 and 4 down at Wrigley, they had not showed that at all. And they haven't showed it out here in LA in the one game they played. You have to hope and you have to wonder what's going through the mind of Pat Murphy and a lot of those guys in that clubhouse. Last night when we walked into the clubhouse after the Game 3 loss, a lot of them had their heads down in their phones. They were not very talkative. And, you know, it makes sense when you lose and then you're down 3-0 to a team that you swept the season series 6-0 in the regular season. The Dodgers right now, the way they're performing, you could say it's one of two things. They're performing how they do in October, or they're at mid-season form, which, again, both of those things for the Los Angeles Dodgers are exactly how you would want them to be as a Dodger fan. If you're a Brewer fan, I mean, this is about as nightmarish as it gets. And hopefully, for your sake as a Brewer fan, for our sake, we can continue our coverage out here with their Brewers All Access Pass here on Fox 11. They can continue to play, force a Game 5 tomorrow, and then potentially force the series back to Milwaukee where they can get some of that momentum that was stolen from them back in Milwaukee from Games 1 and 2. First pitch, 5:38 Pacific. That's 7:38 Central Time. It'll be on TBS. This is a game that is a must-watch. I understand they're down 3-0 in the series. Turn on the TV, sit down on the couch, and go ahead and watch this game because this is going to be one, if they do win, that could change the entire complexion of this series. We will talk to you after the game, if not tomorrow morning on A Good Day Wisconsin. Other than that, though, Brewers, Dodgers, Game 4. From Dodger Stadium, Michael Gross here at Fox 11 Sports.